Right now, a man is treated for a gunshot wound after shots were fired just off the Beltline. We will tell you what we know straight ahead. And how long Beaver Dam Middle School will stay closed after a suspected drunk driver crashes into the building. Plus, it's here. We have all the highlights and scores from week 1 of the high school football season in Prep Mania.
From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 10.
We start tonight with breaking news. A man is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries after being shot on Madison's west side. Police responded to reports of shots fired along Seminole Highway off the Beltline just before 7:30 tonight. Officers at the scene tell our crew a car in the parking lot of Rocky's Liquor was hit by gunfire that appeared to be shot from the other side of the Beltline. It's unclear whether the 20-year-old victim was in the car at the time. There's no information about a suspect, but police do say there is no threat to the community at this time. Portage police say they're looking for a man they say has been targeting hospitals along the interstate looking for cash. They believe he could be heading towards Dane County, and they want the community's help finding him and identifying him. Amanda Quintana is here with the details. Amanda?
He was seen by staff at Divine Savior yesterday in Portage. They called police saying he looked suspicious and was going into restricted areas. And when he was confronted and asked to leave, he came right back in, trying to get access to an employee section of the hospital. Witnesses were able to get pictures of his car with Florida license plates, then noticed an employee's purse was missing. That's when Portage police received a crime alert from the state with pictures of that same man stealing from other hospitals in Wausau, La Crosse, Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, Eau Claire, and Red Wing, Minnesota.
All of these communities that have been victimized are right along the interstate system or very close. We do know as of today that the purse from Portage was recovered along 9094 at the eastbound rest area.
That leads police to believe he's heading south and could be looking for more places to steal money. The only thing missing from the purse when it was found was a little cash. Police say that's what it seems he's looking for, not any drugs or supplies from the hospital.
Amanda, thank you. Police are still searching tonight for the person who killed a 30-year-old woman on Madison's east side. This is the city's first homicide of the year. Police are asking people in that area to stay vigilant because there's no suspect in custody.
At this point, we don't know whether or not she knew the person who killed her, and so there is some danger to the community right now. I don't think we can discount that.
The victim has been identified as Amanda Woods. A preliminary investigation determined she died from what the medical examiner calls sharp force-related trauma. Police discovered the body shortly after 4 o'clock this morning, just across from the Salvation Army parking lot near Darbo Drive. If you or anyone you know has information on this case, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. The Beaver Dam School District says more than 80 cleanup and restoration contractors are working to fix a portion of the middle school that was severely damaged by a suspected drunk driver. In a letter today, the district said the gym floor is a total loss and the extent of the cleanup is more complex than what they originally anticipated. The school's open house, originally scheduled for next Tuesday, has been postponed. And while there's no guarantee, officials hope the school will be open again by next Thursday. School starts the following Tuesday. The man accused of crashing into the school, 22-year-old Roy Cortez, is being held on a $10,000 cash bond. He's currently facing a felony charge of fleeing or eluding an officer, causing property damage. Switching gears now and turning it over to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with your first alert forecast. It's looking pretty good through the weekend, Gary.
Certainly is. In fact, temperatures are going to be about the same as today over the next couple of days. If you look at weather track across the upper Midwest, very little in the way of cloudiness and no precipitation anywhere on Doppler track. That's a good sign for the weekend. High temperatures today, mid-70s for the most part. A little cooler closer to Lake Michigan, a little warmer closer to the Mississippi River. Current temperatures have dropped off into the mid to upper 50s. A few spots are still in the lower 60s, but with the air being dry, dew point temperatures in the lower to middle 50s, expect temperatures to get about that low for tonight. So looking for overnight low temperatures to drop into low to mid 50s with clear skies. For tomorrow, look for a sunny and pleasant day with a high of 77. That's your News 3 Now First Alert forecast.
Thanks a lot, Gary. A makeshift bunker in northern Wisconsin where a wanted fugitive spent more than 3 years has officially been dismantled and cleared tonight. The State Department of Natural Resources has been working all week to remove several loads of trash. They disposed of it at the Marathon County landfill where the material was scavenged. Now, staff also dismantled the bunker to eliminate any ongoing safety concerns. Deputies arrested the fugitive on August 9th. That man was wanted on several child sex crimes and is currently being held in the Portage County Jail. A Stoughton dad is without $1,000 worth of fishing poles and, more importantly, a meaningful part of a family tradition. Earlier this month, Matthew Jones noticed 8 fishing poles were stolen from his car. For his sons, it meant more than just a financial loss. The boys were planning a fishing trip for the weekend after that robbery, but had to cancel it because they didn't have any gear.
It was a way for them to de-stress. It was a way for them to enjoy life. It was everything to them. That's where they found peace and tranquility.
Jones says the family fishing poles will eventually be replaced. Billionaire conservative icon David Koch has died at the age of 79. His older brother Charles confirmed that in a statement today. David retired from the company and the Koch political operations last year, citing health reasons. He had been battling cancer. The Koch brothers were best known for their role in politics, and they used their vast wealth to build a sprawling array of think tanks, foundations, and political groups. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has apparently tackled her 4th bout of cancer. Now today, the Supreme Court revealed the 86-year-old received 3 weeks of radiation therapy for pancreatic cancer earlier this month. Doctors did find a tumor after a routine blood test in early July. The Supreme Court says Ginsburg does not require any more treatment at this time. The trade war with China continues to escalate as President Trump now plans to impose even higher tariffs on Chinese goods. Hours after China announced new tariffs on $75 billion worth of American-made products, the president said he'd bump up the tariff set to take effect next month from 10% to 15%. Also, Chinese imports currently being taxed at 25% will be hiked to 30%. President Trump called the latest back and forth with China a great opportunity for the United States, but the economy suggests otherwise. The Dow closed down more than 620 points today. There's a measles warning for anyone who has visited Disneyland or California Adventure in Anaheim earlier this month. A teenage girl visiting from New Zealand was infected with the virus while she was at the park and surrounding area. This happened from August 11th through the 15th. Healthcare agencies have been working with Disneyland and the nearby Desert Palms Resort, or hotel, I should say, where the girl stayed to reach people who may have had contact with her. A Korean War veteran from Kewanee is celebrating his 91st birthday today. Ed Engel repaired disabled tanks while he was in the Army back in 1950. Unfortunately, now his health is declining and he's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's. His granddaughter took to social media to help lift his spirits a bit, and the response has been overwhelming. She asked the community to send cards, and so far he's gotten more than 1,000 from across the country. She says Ed looks and reads every single one. If you would like to send Ed a card, a birthday card that is, you can mail it to 719 First Street in Kewanee. His family says it's okay if it arrives a little after his birthday. Still ahead tonight, Gary will rejoin us with his full weekend forecast. Plus, high school football season is here. Our first installment of Prep Mania this season, complete with highlights and scores from across the region, is next. Gary Canalti in now with a look at your first alert forecast. And Gary, it's been some of those nights. It's really starting to feel cool out there.
Yeah, it actually feels a little cool out here now. Temperatures have dropped into the upper 50s, but the skies have cleared out and the humidity levels are low. Let's take a look at the time lapse from the WISC Skycam, showing sunshine for much of the day, mostly just some fair weather cumulus clouds this afternoon, and then as you got close to sunset, those skies cleared out altogether. The live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison showing clear skies and a quiet night. The almanac for today shows our high temperature topped out at a pleasant 75, the low temperature 57, and right now we've already dropped to 59 degrees, and with a dew point of 53 and the air being calm, that's a pretty good indication as to how cool our temperatures will get by early tomorrow morning. Last night it was down to 36 degrees in Superior and 40 in Rhinelander, pockets of 30s up in north central Wisconsin and the western UP of Michigan, but high temperatures today were generally at or above 70 statewide, with the exception of Superior at 69. Current temperatures are in the 50s to the middle 60s, but on weather track you can see the upper level winds still from the north here, the main jet stream down to the south, and that's dividing the warm and humid air in the southern part of the United States from the cooler and less humid air that's in place across the Midwest, and that's not going anywhere. High pressure is located just north of Lake Superior, and that will continue to influence our weather over the weekend. Temperatures right now in the 50s, 60s, and some 70s out to the west of us. Those dew point temperatures still pretty low here. They are starting to rise a little bit in the plains, but that's where the next chance of rain will come from, and it probably won't reach us until Monday. On future track, you can see how the clear skies remain through much of the weekend, with the shower and thunderstorm threat staying out to the west into the Dakotas and eventually moving into western Minnesota. We won't see that until sometime on Monday. So our forecast for tonight calls for mostly clear skies, a pleasant night, low temperature dropping to 53 degrees, and for tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, our high temperature topping out at 77. On future track, very little in the way of clouds over the next 48 hours. Mostly clear tonight, low temperatures in the lower 50s, highs tomorrow in the upper 70s. For tomorrow night, clear skies again, lows in the mid 50s, and then high temperatures in the upper 70s again on Sunday. A little more cloud cover later in the afternoon. Shower and thunderstorm threat arrives on Monday, ends early on Tuesday morning. A slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Wednesday, another chance on Friday, and then the Labor Day weekend looking nice with sunny skies and high temperatures in the 70s.
Hi everyone, welcome to the 12th installment of Prep Mania. I'm Melissa Kim, joined by Kevin Lewis. Yes. Obviously a special season because you have both of us here. And we'll do our best to keep you informed with a little entertainment on the side. We start things off with our game of the week featuring Monona Grove and Waunakee, two heavy hitters, you know.
Yeah, the Warriors ended the Silver Eagles season last year. Drumroll revenge. Same two teams tonight on the same field where it all ended for MG in a game that could have conference implications down the line. Waunakee floored it at the starting line, did not slow down. It was already 21-6. Caden Nelson to Caden Lewis. No relation. Same hands though. 27-6. Home team. Same score. Alec Morgan takes the handoff and he takes it 61 yards for the touchdown. He fast. End of the first half. We're still in the first half. You could kneel down with 2 seconds left or run the ball. Caden Nelson going to throw the ball.
Oh, here we go.
You know who's on the receiving end?
Who?
My cousin. Not really. Caden Lewis again. Warriors cruise to a win in week 1. Jay Wilson, the post game.
Waunakee's off to a good start in the 2019 season, 54-6 over Monona Grove. And Pat Rice, you knew Monona Grove, they're a pretty good program, and you have to be pleased with your guys' effort, really all three phases.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we had some young kids, some new kids that hadn't had game experience, so we weren't sure. You know, the scrimmage was a little iffy the other night, and so I really thought the kids made a big step and improved. And like you said, offensively, I thought we were explosive, balanced, did some things. Defensively, I thought really played a pretty good game against a team that does a lot of nice things offensively, and our specials were pretty sound.
And you had a lot of guys, new faces in new places from last year, and this has to give them great confidence.
It does, yeah. We graduated a ton of guys last year on O&D, missed a bunch of guys, and I think these guys were waiting to kind of take their step and try to see where they were at. And like I said last week, they were a little nervous. I thought this week they were a little bit more comfortable. The scrimmage was kind of choppy. You're playing a lot of kids, and I thought tonight we did some great things.
Yeah, great start for Waunakee, 54-6 over Monona Grove.
So good to have Jay Wilson back. Welcome back. We missed you so much. Sun Prairie honoring its first responders before hosting Memorial tonight. We pick it up. Cardinals scoring on their opening drive. Then it's the Spartans' turn, and they just needed 2 plays, courtesy of Kabaris Vassar. This one for the 46-yard touchdown run, 7-6 Memorial. Later, Brady Stevens looking to throw, but Nathan Francisco beats his guy for the interception. Ensuing drive coming up. Check this out. Jason Sanidi on the keeper, and this is like a video game. He takes it all the way. That is a 16-yard score. A lot of good effort there. Memorial still in the lead, but the Cardinals keep punching. Stevens airing it out to Colin Schaefer for the 79-yard touchdown play, but Memorial hangs on in the fourth quarter to make it 28-25, the final.
La Follette making the trip to the west side to tangle with the Regents at Mansfield. La Follette football. Ben Probst going to the air. Charlie Kunkel running all by himself in the frame. 36-yard touchdown, 7-0 Lancers. Probst again. Gonna try this air thing again. DeKoven Prather.
Oh, nice.
Makes the catch, makes the long strides, and makes the touchdown. West trying, now this is the Badger cheerleaders, or rather Bucky does this at Badgers games, but you gotta do the push-ups.
Hey, the Lathe can show them up.
Arms Day. Ezra Thompson, Will Gutnecht, 62 yards, housebound. But as you see, the Lancers, too much in week 1, 35-13, the final there. Verona hosting Janesville Parker. Cheerleaders screaming.
So excited.
Melissa, Prep Mania is here. The official start, Adam Beck's way